we were talking about this in the staff room the other day, in the locker room. It's just good to get back around your players. You're on the road for a couple weeks, and you get a chance to get back around them, and that's why we're doing this, to get a chance to coach our players, get around them. But it feels good to get back with them, get back in the thick of things, and really it feels good to give the older guys an opportunity to help teach the younger guys, and that's kind of what we've been doing the last couple days of practice.
How have those older guys embraced that teaching role?
It's awesome, but it's all been established. Coach Mullen's done a great job, over the years of kind of his program and getting everything organized where these older guys, it's a great opportunity for them. All of a sudden, they're not in as many reps, but at the same time, you get a chance to see, from my standpoint, I get a chance to see Donald on one side, Fred on the other side, really coaching up the young guys. When they come off the field, I can just kind of look at one of them, and they've kind of been drifting over there, going to the young guys, going to Reggie, going over to Osiris. Even Jamal. Jamal's played a lot for us a little, for this year, but he's still a young guy in my opinion. And just the constant reinforcement that they're hearing coming from those players, it's awesome. It's a really good deal.
With Mitchell and Ty, they'd probably get more reps than they would in a regular week. What have you seen from them handling those reps, getting extra chances?
It's been really good. Both those two guys have really had a good week of practice. Reggie's a little stronger right now than Osiris is, but at the same time, they each kind of do something a little bit different than the other guy. Reggie's kind of stepped up and made some plays downfield. I think Reggie gives you a threat downfield. Osiris has been able to play multiple positions, both sides, X, A, and Z for me. So he's a guy that's been able to learn both positions. But both those guys, the reps that they're taking right now, it's critical. Not just those guys, but it's a chance for Malik and Mixon to get some more reps, obviously. I moved Gabe up a little bit and get more reps. Gabe's moved around again, inside and outside for me. Jesse's kind of moving back and forth, but just the constant snaps. And again, I always say for the young guys, because the young guys, they've been in scout team meetings all semester. And, we break up, we go through our scout team, we get ready for Team Apart, but they haven't really had a chance to sit in my meetings. So for Osiris and Reggie and some of the other guys, it's critical for me because now they get a chance to sit in the meetings, get a chance to learn what we're doing, get a chance to really go through it, no different than a game prep. So anytime you get an opportunity to speak to your players, your young players, it's a great thing to be able to just kind of teach them and get them in order for what they expect for next year.
How much have you seen Jamal develop in his first year?
A ton. A ton. We were laughing about it the other day, and he's got so much more. His ceiling is so far ahead of him. He's not even close to getting where he needs to be, and he understands that. The biggest thing for Jamal is just to be able to sit, and you'll be able to watch film with him and say, am I going full speed every time? With young players, when they've played a little bit, they understand, and it comes a little quicker than some of the other kids that have been redshirted. But at the same time, it's no different. They still got to keep pushing and get better. What they think is going hard on every play, it really isn't until you get a chance to sit there and watch on the film. Did you go full speed? No. Why not? And once you start talking to them, it's not their choice, their decision to go half speed or 3/4 speed. Coach Mullen set a standard for everybody to work extremely hard, give great effort. So the standard's been set. You look at Gabe, Donald, Fred, some of the older guys, when they take a rep, that's a full speed rep. So it's just a matter of developing. But from day one to right now, Jamal's done a great job as far as just continuing. And a lot of that's the weight room. That's kind of getting them tough, blooding them up a little bit, thickening their skin. And a lot of it comes from that. And then, I'll be honest with you, I think Donald Gray is his big brother. When they get here, they have a big brother. Donald's done a great job. Donald don't take any crap from anybody as far as making sure that they work hard. And he's kind of embraced that role with Jamal to motivate him and push him. And at the same time, Jamal's done a good job because he's never really backed down and said, no, he's took the coaching from the older guys. So, and again, that's all critical in developing your unit and building your room.
Now that your three freshmen are back in these full-type practices, how much good does that do guys like Jonas and Jesse and Dedrick, who now not only have the guys in front of them, but have guys pushing them from behind?
Sure, I think competition, that's the greatest motivation for somebody to work hard, knowing that somebody out there is trying to take your job. You know, I think everybody probably here, at least in the media, I showed it with my players. One of the greatest quotes was it Steve Smith when he started talking about just, you know, there's somebody else out there trying to take my job. Someone else out there is trying to outwork me. And you know, as long as they understand that, they're going to be pushed. And again, I think our players right now, with the exception of some of the inside guys, there's some length on this team out of the young group of guys. And you know, that's a neat thing to have as far as to have big targets. It gives the quarterbacks a little bit more freedom to throw the ball. And again, it gives me on the outside an opportunity to do some different things blocking-wise and blocking schemes when you got long guys and you got bigger guys.
What was it about Jamal that allowed him to see the field this year than maybe some of the other guys? What was he doing early in camp?
He was fit, you know, well, you got to remember, he got here earlier than the other two guys. So one was that standpoint. But Jamal, 6'4", 220-plus pounds. It's a little easier for a young man that's got that kind of size and stature to go in. And even if he kind of misses a block, but he's close enough, he's big enough and strong enough where everything doesn't have to be technique sound immediately because he can still hold his own. Now, as soon as he continues to get better at that, we went through blocking. We had a big deal, 2-on-2 block in the last couple of days, which in my opinion is one of the best drills ever to do for working the perimeter. And you'll see that he still tries to use a little bit more strength versus technique. And once he gets that and combines both of them, he's going to be really, really good. But I think that's probably physical. His physical stature was one of the reasons that he could get on the field early, and he picked up the offense pretty quick. You know, that was good.
With Fred leaving, do you think Donald's kind of ready to maybe take over that role next year?
Oh, well, I talked to Fred, and Fred said he's going to come back again for next year again, so I was all on board. No, I do. I think Donald's a vocal leader. Donald's going to embrace it, and that'll be something that he works through, and he'll have that opportunity to do it. But right now we're still pushing forward and continuing to get better.
Have you ever seen anybody work as hard or as much on the jugs machine as Donald does?
No, he's by far. I've never coached a receiver that's done that much extra on a jugs machine ever, and that's a testament to him as far as his work ethic and being able to. That shows he wants to be a great player. When you're doing that much extra, you're showing you're going above and beyond to try to be the best.
What can they kind of pick up when they use the jugs machine?
For us, it's more anything we talk about when we do jugs. When we do it on the football field, everything we're going to do is be with moving. I want guys moving. After practice, they're great to stand still. They've already went through practice, but we're always working, trying to extend our hands back to the ball. That's the biggest thing. Young guys coming out, they always have a tendency to try to bring that ball right here, or if the ball's coming, to catch it and then bring it back to them. We always want to stress being able to stretch back to them in summertime. They've got some different type of bands that they use to really work on focusing and bringing their arms up. The easy catch is just when nobody's on you being able to do this. But Donald really, if you watch him after practice, he's always focusing on the catches that you really don't get a chance to really practice in the game, or practice, the one-hand catches or whatever it may be, laying down. Just little things for him, just for strengthening and being able to reach back to the ball.